All right, let's talk about something that is, well, it's completely changing the game for anyone who creates content. I'm talking about AI. We're going to break down how you can use it to seriously level up your own creative process. So let's just dive right in.
So, does this sound familiar? You know, that constant nagging pressure to just create more blog posts, more social media, more videos, more everything. It's this never-ending treadmill, right? And sometimes it really feels like you're just drowning in it all.
And look, the real challenge isn't just making more stuff. It's making good stuff, high-quality stuff, day in and day out. But what if you had a partner, a collaborator to take on some of that heavy lifting so you could get back to the big picture strategy, the really creative ideas? Well, that's exactly where AI steps in.
Okay, so let's reframe how we're even thinking about this. This is not about being replaced, forget that. Think of it more like getting a co-pilot for your creative journey.
So what does this co-pilot actually do? At its core, AI content creation is just using these incredibly smart algorithms to generate stuff, text, images, you name it, based on your instructions. We call those prompts. The key thing to remember is that you're the one in the driver's seat. You're the director. It's a partnership, plain and simple, designed to make your skills even better.
And honestly, the range of what's possible here is kind of mind-blowing. We're talking about written content, right? So blog posts, emails, social media captions, done. But then you've got visuals. It can whip up custom images, infographics, illustrations just from you describing what you want. It can even jump into audio and video, helping you piece together clips or even compose a music track. The potential here is just huge.
And this right here, this is how it all works in practice. I love this breakdown because it really shows you the division of labor. Think about it. The AI takes on all the grunt work, the first drafts, the repetitive stuff, sifting through mountains of data. And what does that leave for you? Well, it frees you up for the stuff that only a human can do. The strategy, the final polish, the fact-checking, and most importantly, injecting your unique voice and your insight into the final product.
Okay, so this all sounds fantastic in theory, right? But the big question is, how do you actually start? Let's get practical. The good news is, weaving this into your workflow is probably way easier than you think. Here's a super simple 4-step plan to get you off the ground. First things first, identify your pain points. Where are you spending most of your time? Is it banging out those first drafts? Is it sourcing images? Once you know that, you can research tools that are specifically built to solve that problem. Don't go looking for one tool that does everything. Next, almost all of them have free trials, so use them. Experiment, see what clicks with your brand and your voice. And finally, and this is maybe the most important part, you've got to learn how to write good prompts.
Now let's just park on that last point for a second, because prompt engineering is the most crucial skill you can develop right now. It's basically the art and science of telling the AI exactly what you want in a way it understands. Think of it like this: garbage in, garbage out. The quality of what you get back is a direct reflection of how good your instructions are. You're not just a passenger here. You are absolutely the navigator.
All right, so once you've played around a bit and found a tool you like, the next step is to get serious. It's time to build a solid, repeatable process. This is the moment you go from just tinkering with a cool new toy to actually integrating AI into your content engine for real. And this quote, it just nails the perfect workflow. Let the AI do the heavy lifting, you know? Get that first 80% of the way there, the basic structure, some initial ideas, the raw text. Then you swoop in with your human brain, your expertise, to take it across the finish line. You do the refining, the fact-checking, and you inject that personality that makes it uniquely yours.
But it's also super important to talk about the pitfalls, the things to watch out for. Rule number 1, never just copy-paste and publish what an AI gives you. That's how you end up with bland, generic content. Rule number 2, you have to fact-check everything. AI can be wrong, and it can be wrong with incredible confidence. And finally, please don't let AI do all your brainstorming. Your original ideas are your secret weapon. They're what will make your content stand out from the sea of sameness.
Okay, so once you've got your workflow all dialed in and you're avoiding those common mistakes, this is where the magic really happens. This is where you start using AI's incredible speed to scale up your content in a way that, frankly, just wasn't humanly possible before.
And this chart really puts it in perspective, doesn't it? With the old way of doing things, your output is totally capped by the number of hours in the day. But when you bring in an AI-assisted workflow, wow, you can just blow the roof off your production volume. And here's the best part. You're not sacrificing quality because you're finally working smarter, not just harder.
So how do you actually pull this off? Well, one of the most powerful strategies is something called the hub and spoke model.
It's brilliant. You create one big, cornerstone piece of content. That's your hub. Think of a deep dive blog post or a webinar. Then, use AI to slice and dice that hub into tons of smaller pieces. Those are your spokes. Things like social media posts, a video script, maybe an infographic. All of a sudden, you have the bandwidth to finally launch that YouTube channel you've been dreaming about, or maybe even start translating your content for a whole new audience.
And just to make this super concrete, think about the new integrated platforms that are popping up. We're talking about going way beyond just generating text. With some of these tools, you can feed it a simple script, and it will spit out a full-blown video ad, complete with visuals, a pretty decent AI voiceover, and even background music. I mean, it's literally like having an entire production studio on your laptop.
So, look, the technology is here. The tools are ready and waiting. They're ready to be your creative partner, to take on the grunt work, and to help you scale your voice like never before. The only real question left is, are you ready to step up and take the controls?